Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Following Skyrim mod video on PS4 consists of what were originally private comparison tests that I ran for myself for a couple of noise terrain mods for LOD, and mixing it with the grass mod that I'm using currently. I decided to edit it into a video for you in case it would be helpful. Currently, neither of them are active, so all that you are seeing here is the grass mod, which is Cathedral Landscapes Grass Only by Dr. Chapaco. This is the port version by xrayy, so this is a smaller version of Cathedral that is available for PlayStation users. This is the way it looks when comparing it with the mod Hank's Heavy Terrain Noise PS4. This mod ported by Mod Author KOVAC64, originally created by Mod Author heavyhank. There is a PS5 version and PS4 version of the mod available, so make certain to pick the version of the mod that matches your game version for the textures to display properly. Keep in mind, depending on what the grass mod is that you're using, it may blend better or worse with this or the next mod, which is one I normally use, which is Grass LOD Terrain Noise Tint PS4. This port by Mod Author Beard, originally created by Mod Author xrayy. There is a PS5 version and PS4 version of this mod available as well. As well, for PS5, there's also a darker version of this mod available. However, there is not a darker version for the PS4. Next up is a few running tests I did to see how well it would blend in with grass loading in. Of course, I ended up running by a saber-tooth because of course I did. Currently, neither of the two noise terrain mods are active, so this again is simply Cathedral Landscapes Grass Only active. And it does blend in pretty well even without the noise terrain mods active with it. I did run a test where I ran in another location as well, and we'll be seeing the location but not the test where I ran because I wasn't satisfied with them. I thought it didn't really show too much to you guys, and I didn't want to just waste your time just to have it in there for the sake of it being there. Next up, here's the running test for Hank's Heavy Terrain Noise PS4, where I wasn't as fortunate in outrunning that saber-tooth, so I got bit on the ass several times for my trouble. You might end up seeing splatters of blood on screen, pay no attention to that. In the case of Hank's Heavy Terrain Noise itself, it did seem to blend pretty well with Cathedral when just running here in the field. I thought it looked better off in the distance running it this way than it did just simply looking on top of the tower at the field. Also, I did notice that it took a while for grass to pop in over here where I stopped each time, but it has done that before with the other mod, which we'll be taking a look at now. So this was the final test that I ran over here. Again, this being for Grass LOD Terrain Noise Tint PS4, as well as a new pair of Nikes to outrun that saber-tooth. Of course, then because it didn't get me, Sophia shot me a couple of times trying to get it, but at least there's no blood splashing up on the screen. Personally, I think that Cathedral still works best with Grass LOD Terrain Noise Tint. I think the two really blend well together. I did find it interesting also that the Giant and the Mammoth AI, these tests were all run the exact same way, starting the same way each time, but they acted a little bit differently while the Sabertooth was having fun chasing me each time. Here are the final few tests that I ran at a different location. So first up in this location, again without either of the noise terrain mods active, this is simply the way it looks when using Cathedral Landscapes Grass Only by Dr. Chapaco. Again, keep in mind that this is a much smaller version of a Cathedral, the port version by xrayy, so I don't know how it would look with the much larger versions when paired with these mods, or other grass mods in this location. Here is the comparison for Hank's Heavy Terrain Noise PS4, where you can see off in the distance now it looks a lot better. It's a lot, I would say, more difficult to tell where the grass that has spawned ends and the noise terrain takes over. So it kind of blends in better, I would say, than just having Cathedral by itself. And this is the final test for the video, again being Grass LOD Terrain Noise Tint PS4. Just like with Hank's, I think that this definitely looks better as far as it's hard to tell where the spawned grass ends and the noise terrain takes over. It blends in better than simply running Cathedral by itself. I'm a little bit torn because this is the mod I normally run with Cathedral and it's still my preferred one, and I do think in some areas that it looks better. However, there were some areas with hanks that I thought it blended pretty well with this as well. I might have to end up running additional tests at some point, but I probably won't be doing that anytime soon because these take forever to set up. Still, I hope that these tests helped you out to kind of see the difference between the two noise tint mods. Keep in mind that Grass LOD Terrain Noise Tint on PS5 does have a darker version. I don't know what that looks like. But in any case, I hope that this video helps you out. Thank you for taking the time to watch it. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin via the Eyes Only Informant Net. Peace out.